I say I don't want to say it, of course I'll take it, but I don't want them to be too young. Like, I'm thinking Jason Bateman, kind of, you know...
See, honestly, like, we'll get into ideal casting. For me, it would be Will Arnett. It would be... oh, God, what do you call her? Parks and Recreation. She's in that new TV show about superheroes, something like that. Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, right, okay.
I'd love to see Aubrey Plaza would make an amazing live-action Kylie Griffin.
Yeah.
By the way, just going to put that out there. And Joel McHale. I would love to see them as Ghostbusters. Maybe David Duchovny.
Paul Rudd, Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
They're my two ideas.
Charlie Day.
I don't know.
Imagine Charlie Day as like an eccentric young Egon type.
No, small doses though.
Yeah, but still.
Do you think they're going to go down the road of, like, we've never heard of these actors before? Like, they're all like just...
I think the best thing to do in this situation would be to cast unknowns.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking they're going to go do. Because if you think, if you say that you know one of these actresses or actor and you're like, you've hyped it up so much and then they don't show the performance that you want.
I think it's more kind of...
I think they'll have to have known names in it, like they need this movie.
I think they will have known names in it, but I think the new team...
Yeah, for the new team, I think would be...
I think a lot of them will be unknowns.
Even have like one known and then the rest unknown.
Yeah.
They'll need at least a couple of big names in it. Like.
Yeah.
Like, for example, who was I thinking would make the perfect mayor of New York? It'll come back to me. But anyway, yeah, so... no, it's gone.
In all fairness, we're all stunned that we're actually talking about this.
Yeah, it's been 2 days and I'm still shaking.
But it's like
us... It's freezing in here.
That's true as well, yeah.
But it's like us talking about all our fan theories and thinking, one day, it's never going to happen, but this is keeping it alive. Now it's actually here.
Yeah.
And we're kind of still... I'm still stunned. I'm still watching that going, I'm waiting for another thing to come out going, it's been all...
Because, again, something else we were mentioning was that Dundee trailer that came out early last year. You know, the Tourism Australia thing?
Yeah.
Like, I think a lot of people are kind of going like, what sort of troll is this, you know?
But it's some troll if it's a troll.
Yeah. So we have Jason Reitman as the director. Mm-hmm. We have a script written by him, and the guy that worked on Poltergeist, the remake of Poltergeist, was it?
He's co-writing it.
He's co-writing it with him. So again, like the remake of Poltergeist, I don't think was that good, but the scares in it were...
I haven't seen it. Sam Rockwell, wasn't it?
Sam Rockwell as the mayor of New York.
I'll be honest.
That's what I was going to say.
I watched it, and the clown sequence, that was actually scary.
Yeah.
They actually made that...
But it was a PG or something, wasn't it? Because I remember when it came out,
yeah.
rating.
Yeah. Okay, in all fairness, it wasn't... It was okay, you would watch it, but there was certain moments in it you're like, okay, that's scary, you've put effort in that.
Yeah. So like, again, that's something I think that makes Ghostbusters work, is the scares. Because if you look at the first movie, the library ghost.
Oh my God.
Stuff of nightmares.
Yeah.
The Scoleri brothers in the second movie as well. That's terrifying.
That's one thing I was wanting to know. Do you think any of the ghosts that we've seen in the previous two that will make an appearance?
Slimer will be back.
Well, we know that, but I mean, like
I don't think any of the other ghosts will make an appearance. I think this will be an all-new set of ghosts.
Well, if you're saying there's slime on the gate, on the fence,
yeah,
that's probably Slimer.
Slimer will be back.
Slimer lives with Ray then.
Yeah. They've done the real Ghostbusters thing.
Yeah.
Where he's like Ray's little pet monster sort of thing.
Feeding him food.
Yeah. I'm amazed at the timing of this as well. I think this has kicked off very early doors. I think this is almost reactionary to what happened with Answer the Call.
Well, here's the thing, right? It definitely is. And interestingly as well, we're seeing a reverse toxicity online now, where people are saying, "Oh right, so now you're giving into the trolls and you're giving us a Ghostbuster movie with all men."
God.
Firstly, we don't know who's in this movie,
yeah.
And secondly, what? But
no, it's even better. Wasn't it Forbes magazine had a big post about that?
Yeah.
They had a big comment section about that, or opinion section, and the guy was saying like, "Oh yeah, it's a white male director." So was Paul Feig. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
you'll always have people like that just want to... I think it's just the trolls. They just do it to trigger people.
No, it's like clicks. It's like clicks and likes and stuff, because they're appealing to outrage culture, and it's 2019 now, stop this.
But it is like this ridiculous Gillette thing as well.
Yeah.
You know, where it's stupid, but everybody's talking about it.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah,
you know,
so Gillette sales prices go up.
But I don't think they will. I think they'll suffer for this. But ultimately, it's, it is that thing. But I think Sony have really got their game together now.
They have, yeah.
After the Spider-Man thing.
I know you didn't like Venom, or we haven't even seen
I haven't seen Venom.
I know you've been very outspoken about that.
No, it's the fact that I don't want to give Sony my money unless I know it's something I'm really going to like.
Well, I liked Venom. You liked Venom.
Yeah.
We all loved Into the Spider-Verse.
We did, yeah.
Time.
Then they give us this. So the two things that they've been being dragged over the coals over for the last few years is Spider-Man and Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
And they've just been like, right, you know what? we have to get our shit together here. We have to get people in that know these franchises.
Right, fine. You want good movies to do with Spider-Man and Ghostbusters? Here.
Oh, so
there.
it's good movies
you
you want? Right, well, somebody had told us that.
We just wanted to make money.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you mean, character development and stuff? Oh my God.
Look at the action sequences, product placements.
What do you think this is, Disney? Oh no, sorry.
It's great.
I think this is Warner Brothers.
That's one of the few studios where it hasn't been bought over by Disney yet. Just give it time. But no, I think this almost feels like Plan B, doesn't it? This feels like if the reboot doesn't take off, we'll have this.
I don't think it does, because even before the reboot came out, and I reported on it a lot for Following the Nerd, if you go into the search bar and type in Ghostbusters and go through the history of stories in Ghostbusters, right from the start there was a plan, I think, to take back the original Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
But I think if the reboot had taken off, they might have been like, well, we don't have to worry about that too much because we've got this new one. But there was always
a
backup. I think at one point, and I think I honestly wouldn't rule out seeing Paul Feig Ghostbusters back.
Yeah, like a big crossover interdimensional universe thing. Because again, that's something else that Sony was talking about. Yeah, setting up this big Ghostbusters crossover event.
But I think the reason they couldn't do that is because Ghostbusters, for all that, is still a 30-year-old movie.
Yeah.
So if kids come in that haven't seen the Ghostbusters that we love, but they have seen the other Ghostbusters, and then they bring in the other Ghostbusters, they're going to be like, what?
Yeah, what's going on
we're
here?
We're all going to be like, oh my God. But everybody, so what they have to do is they have to give us both Ghostbusters, and then they have to bring them together.
Yeah.
And of course there was the Gozer or the Zool reference at the end of Ghostbusters as well.
Yeah.
So I think this has always been the plan. honestly think it has always been the plan.
This has been the plan from day one.
I do.
See, I think it would have been a better idea to have started the other way around.
Of course.
Like to start with Ghostbusters 3 or whatever it's going to be called, and then go in to answer the call. Then do another universe. Then do another, then do another. Do it like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, you don't have Iron Man 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the Avengers. You have Iron Man, you have Thor, you have Captain America, you have Hulk, and then you have the Avengers.
Yeah.
So do something like that where it's all these different teams, small different universes, different locations as well. Like, give us the Chicago Ghostbusters, give us the LA Ghostbusters, give us the Irish Ghostbusters. Yeah. We're free. So, like, do different things like that and set it up. But again, another thing, a little bit of paranoia here kind of creeping in for me here too, is the reaction that they got to answer the call, which was, we don't want reboots, we're sick of reboots, we want sequels. We want something that's true to the original. This new movie, I think, is personally just going to be a love letter to the fans. Mm-hmm. It's going to be everything we were asking for, everything that we posted about whenever Paul Feig's movie was announced.
Mm. But the thing about it as well, I'm confident it's going to be a good movie.
Yes.
Because people have been messaging me and saying, I don't even care if it's good. I just want it to be Ghostbusters. And I'm like, no, but it is going to be good.
It is,
because I have full faith in Jason Reitman as a director.
Are you kidding me, Mark? This new movie is going to be terrible. They got the back end of Act 1 wrong.
Oh my God, that has been...
Why?
I have to be honest, I never even thought of that.
Has no one played the video game?
I know. And plus the fact in the comics, it's the old... It's kind of a...
Yeah, but I mean, like, the video game...
Don't go on Reddit.
The video game I bring up in particular because it's canonical.
Yeah.
It's set in the same universe as Ghostbusters 1, Ghostbusters 2, and obviously this new movie. So I guess, like, the whole Evo Shandor thing and, like, Slime Island or whatever it is to fight on, like, that's going to be part of this connected universe now.
Oh, okay.
And in that game, the Ecto 1...
buy a PlayStation 3 again and play that game again?
Just download it from PlayStation Store. Hashtag Sony.
Wasn't it like a different...
Can you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Onto the PlayStation 4?
Isn't it? Yeah.
How much?
I've £8 something.
Oh, that's the weekend sorted.
There you go.
Didn't they also in the game they show like a different type of slime? Like it was like a dark.
It was like a black slime, yeah,
more negative energy.
Yeah, you had to sort of neutralize it with your slime blower option on your proton pack. So in the game, the Ecto 1's changed again. It doesn't have that red Ghostbusters 2 bumper on the back of it. It doesn't have the Ghostbusters peace sign sort of look to it.
Which, to be honest, was...
What the hell were they thinking? What were they thinking?
It doesn't even make sense.
They put that on the front of the firehouse.
It doesn't even make sense.
It's on their jumpsuits.
I know.
It's on the car. Why?
I know. And that's the one that exists in the firehouse in New York now.
I know.
Is the 2 one. The original one's not there anymore.
Although I hope it's still there, because whenever I went over, it was still under renovation, and they'd taken everything down, because I got inside
it was hanging inside whenever I was there.
Yeah, I know it was on the wall sort of thing. I hope it's back up again now that they've reopened the firehouse.
I say they have. I say they wouldn't mess.
Because like I was asking the builders and stuff at the time, and they were like, "Oh, that's been boxed up and shipped out to the Sony lot." So I hope they've shipped it back.
Sony's doing a big Ghostbusters convention, aren't they, this summer?
Next summer I think, 2020, is it? I'm not sure, but anyway, it's like an Ecto convention
I think
or
it's
something.
this summer because it's
Is
the 35th anniversary.
I think there's one this year and one next year. But anyway, yes. So here we are.
Do you know what
Here's
thing
the
I'm really
new
looking forward
movie.
to is seeing the proton packs. What have they done with it? Have they like upgraded them, or are they run down?
I think they're gonna look the same at the start of the movie, and then maybe do the Ghostbusters video game thing to them, where they add stuff to it
Yeah.
and sort of bulk them up a little
Because
bit.
I would love to see. Because you know what? For me, when I watched it, the other two movies, I always want to know is what would happen if the proton pack broke, or it was like it started like obviously it's at peak level when it's first made.
Yeah.
And it can contain all that energy. What if like one of the valves broke on it or something? Would it just like
Nuclear explosion.
Yeah.
I actually used to think out of the scene at the end of the
Yeah.
rooftop where they all get blown back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was like there's nuclear.
There's a nuclear accelerator on your back.
But like,
Well, there's one line that Egon has in the second movie, which is the power cells of the proton pack have a half-life of 5,000 years. I didn't even read that off anything. I just know that. I need a life. And basically that means that the isotope that they have in it has a 10,000-year lifespan, but it has a half-life 5,000 years, meaning that after 5,000 years it'll have half the power it had before, and it'll start to break down and produce radiation. So, in theory, the proton packs from 1984 should still work in 2020.
But you know they're going to have a scene where Ray is going to be like, I was working on these ideas and I have some ideas in my head and prototypes that I've been working on. And
Yeah.
blueprints on the wall.
yeah,
Like,
Stuff
Ray's
this.
going to be a crazy old professor.
Oh, yeah,
guy.
He
know
is.
what's gonna
He's going to be Doc Brown
Yeah,
in
yeah,
this.
like he is,
Like working in the shed and
Yeah.
all, like tinkering away with proton packs, trying to get it up and running.
As well is like him. I want to see him like either like touch the actor and go like, oh, he's back in the day we were on our peak level and stuff. You know, like little reminiscent moments.
Or like he gets behind the
Even-
wheel sort of
or
thing.
even if he has the proton pack and he hears like he's just sitting looking at the proton pack and you hear like a little conversation they had back in the first.
No, that's fan service there. That's something the
no.
fans would write.
Down with that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Still-
Careful now.
Still, I like something like that, or even like just a little bit.
But look, at the end of the day, Reitman has said he has an idea for this movie.
Yeah.
And he said he never wanted to make a Ghostbusters sequel before, but then he had this idea. So, like, all this, we have no idea what his idea is going to be for this movie. Like it might not even be sort of what we imagine. I don't know. Like,
Well, see, again, that's the danger of writing your own sequel in your head. It'll never live up to the expectation. We can wildly theorize as much as we want to, but at the end of the day, it's all of our own creation. We're not basing this on anything. We're basing this off one 20-second teaser.
as long as it's not Ghostbusters 3, The Last Ghostbuster.
Yeah, please no. They subverted all our expectations. They were ghosts this whole time.
Yeah. They were women.
Bill Murray, Zool.
But yeah, I don't know. It's unreal. I mean, it sort of is. It's because you messaged me the other night because I went to bed early and I wasn't feeling well, and
You're certainly feeling better in the morning.
do you know when you're lying in bed and your phone goes and you're like, no, I'm not going to. I'm not.
Yeah,
and it goes, and you're like, no, I'm not. And then it's like, fuck, somebody might be dead. Right? And then I vaguely remember falling asleep again. I had about 8 messages from different people going, have you seen this? And I was like, nah, that's nonsense. Like, there's no way. There's
it's
no
not
way.
real.
But real it is.
Yeah, one thing about Jason Reitman being the director that makes me so happy is his focus in his movies is always on the dialogue and the characters. Like, we've seen the likes of that in Juno, Thank You for Smoking, Up in the Air as well, George Clooney, which is a fantastic piece of movie making. I think he's a great choice because he's going to put the focus on the characters, not on the spectacle.
Yeah.
Which is something that Ghostbusters thrived on. I mean, in the first movie, if you count it up, I think there's, 17 minutes of them in the gear using the packs. And the rest of it's just all character building and them setting up the business in the first movie, which I particularly
Plus the
love.
fact he's great directing women
Yeah.
as well. So like whatever happens, there's no question that there's going to be a very strong male and female representation in this movie.
Yeah.
Which is great. Give us proper characters, give us good writing.
Don't give us cartoon caricatures.
And Juno, I mean, just the character development in those two movies are amazing, and he writes naturally, he writes realistic.
He has a new movie coming out, The Front Runner, with Hugh Jackman,
right.
that I'm really, really interested in. I didn't even know that politician existed before this movie came out, but it's a really interesting looking story.
Yeah.
So again, it's just proof to show that you get a good, decent director.
I will agree with what you were saying. There is, I think Sony has just literally bent back and went, okay, we'll back off and let you do your bit.
Again, here was my theory going into it, which is there was an incredibly negative reception overall, and I don't care at this point what you call it. Call it a sexist man-baby reaction, call it whatever. Basically, there was a negative reaction to Ghostbusters Answer the Call because it was a reboot.
Yeah.
Again, we can't stress this enough. And I think Sony learned from Jumanji.
Yeah.
Which is having your cake and eating it too. Mm-hmm. So with the first Jumanji, it was universally loved. Everyone loved it. Like I grew up and you grew up on Jumanji. You probably passed you by, maybe.
No, I never watched